When the unexpected happens, will you be ready? It's a question we all hope we never have to answer for real. But from natural disasters to widespread power outages, the world can be unpredictable. That's why today, we're diving deep into the Ultimate Prepper's Guide. We'll cover the absolute essentials and, more importantly, the often overlooked gear that could make all the difference. This isn't about fear. It's about being prepared and taking control. Let's start with the foundation of any good plan, your at-home supplies. What I call the core four. First up, and most critical, is water. The rule of thumb is 1 gallon per person, per day. Think about how you'll store it. Stackable containers like water bricks are fantastic for saving space. You should also have cases of bottled water on hand. But storage isn't enough. You need a way to make questionable water safe. That means investing in quality water filters, like a Sawyer Squeeze or a Life Straw family, and keeping purification tablets as a reliable backup. Don't get caught without clean water. Next in the core four is food. We're talking long-term, non-perishable food that doesn't need a freezer. Stock up on canned goods, huge bags of rice and beans, and pasta. These are the workhorses of a prepper's pantry. And please, do not forget a good quality manual can opener or even two. Electricity might be a luxury. Now, for the overlooked items in your pantry. Everyone remembers the beans, but what about spices and salt? A little seasoning can make a repetitive meal much more bearable. Also, don't forget comfort foods. A jar of peanut butter, some chocolate, or coffee can be a huge morale booster when times are tough. It's not just about calories. It's about comfort. The third pillar is first aid. A box of Band-Aids and some antiseptic wipes won't cut it in a serious situation. You need to think beyond a basic kit. I'm talking about gear for significant trauma. That means having tourniquets and knowing how to use them. It means trauma shears that can cut through clothing and Israeli bandages for serious wounds. And critically, a well-stocked supply of any prescription medications you or your family need. For the overlooked items, consider a dental emergency kit. A broken tooth is agonizing and can lead to infection. Also, a small tube of medical-grade super glue can be a lifesaver for closing up minor cuts when stitches aren't an option. Finally, the fourth core essential, power and light. When the grid goes down, darkness can be a real enemy. You need multiple sources of light. Get several bright flashlights, headlamps for hands-free work, and lanterns to light up a room. And for every device, have at least a set of extra batteries. In our modern world, we also need to power our devices. Stock up on power banks to keep your phone and other electronics charged. But what happens when those power banks run out? This is where the overlooked gear comes in. A solar-powered charger is a must-have for long-term outages. And a hand-crank radio is invaluable. It not only provides light and power, but also keeps you connected to emergency broadcasts without relying on batteries or the grid. Now, let's talk about what happens if you have to leave your home. You need a bug-out bag. This is your 72-hour lifeline in a backpack ready to go at a moment's notice. The bag itself should be durable and, most importantly, comfortable to carry for long distances. So, what goes inside? First, the basics we already covered, but in a portable format. That means at least a couple of liters of water and a reliable water filter. For food, think high energy and no cook, protein bars, trail mix, and dehydrated meals. You'll need a compact first aid kit tailored for trauma and mobility. For shelter, don't pack a heavy tent. An emergency blanket, a lightweight tarp, or a bivy sack is all you need to stay warm and dry for a few nights. You absolutely need at least ways to make fire. A lighter is great, but also have a ferro rod and some waterproof tinder, because lighters can fail. For navigation, do not rely on your phone's GPS. Have a physical map of your area and a good old-fashioned compass, and know how to use them. For tools, a quality multi-tool and a sturdy fixed blade knife are non-negotiable. Finally, pack a full change of weather-appropriate clothes, paying special attention to extra pairs of wool socks, Dry feet are happy feet, but a truly effective bug-out bag contains more than just the basics. Let's cover the overlooked items that can be game changers. First, cash. If electronic payment systems are down, cash will be king. Make sure you have a stash of small bills. Next, documents. Have digital copies of your passport, driver's license, birth certificates, and insurance policies saved on a password-protected USB drive. This is your identity. Next up, duct tape. It's the universal repair tool. You can fix gear, patch holes, and even use it for first aid. Wrap a good amount around a water bottle to save space. Finally, a hygiene kit. Being able to brush your teeth and wash your hands is a massive morale booster and helps prevent illness. Pack a toothbrush, toothpaste, and a small bar of soap. Okay, let us move beyond the basics and talk about the gear that takes your preparedness to the next level. This is the stuff that many people overlook, but could truly save you. Let's start with home security. If you're sheltering in place, you need to make your home a hard target. Simple door jammers and security film for your windows can make it much harder for someone to break in, buying you precious time. Next, communication. When the cell towers and internet are down, how will you talk to your family or get information? This is where off-grid communication comes in. GMRS radios are a great, user-friendly option for short-range communication. If you want to take it a step further, getting a ham radio license opens up a world of long-distance communication. Information is also a resource. Think about it. All the survival knowledge in the world is useless if you can't access it. I recommend getting a portable hard drive or a few USB sticks. Load them up with survival manuals, PDF books, topographical maps of your region, and all those personal documents we talked about. It's a library of survival in your pocket. Another hugely overlooked area is sanitation and hygiene. We laugh about toilet paper shortages, but in a long-term scenario, it's no joke. A large supply of toilet paper, soap, wet wipes, and heavy-duty trash bags is crucial for maintaining health and preventing the spread of disease in a world without running water. And finally, the most overlooked prep of all, community. No one can do this alone. The gear is important, but a network of trusted, like-minded neighbors and friends is your greatest asset. Start building those relationships now. So, let's recap. True preparedness rests on a few key pillars. It starts at home with a well-stocked pantry covering the core four: water, food, first aid, and power. It extends to your mobility with a comprehensive, ready-to-go bug-out bag for a 72-hour emergency. And it's rounded out by thinking beyond the basics to overlook gear for security, communication, and sanitation. The goal isn't to live in fear, but to live with confidence, knowing you've taken steps to protect yourself and your loved ones. Don't feel overwhelmed. Start small, but start today. Your future self may thank you. Thanks for watching. If you found this guide helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more content to help you be ready for anything. Stay safe out there.